Just talking? Well, what's the show about? About nothing.
We did was it season 2, season 3? We talked about the Mandela Effect.
Ooh,
I can't remember when it was.
I think it was. I need to hold on. Let me go get the foil.
Ooh, you're gonna need the foil for some of these.
Damn. No.
So I was watching. Thank you to the YouTube channel All Time. They were doing some cool new Mandela Effect. So basically, new ones that I hadn't heard of.
Yeah.
Okay.
And some of them blew my mind. But it started because I had a kind of a Mandela Effect in real life.
Oh, sick.
Alright.
Okay.
So I was watching the footage from Furnace Fest, and Under Oath was playing.
Mm-hmm.
And Under Oath came on, and one of the songs was about to start, and Spencer was giving his like little spiel. He was like, we haven't played this song in 17 years, and he's like, and we played it once, then in their tour, like they said in London or something, or they were in Europe. He's like, and we said we weren't never gonna do it again. He's like, but we're gonna do it tonight for you guys. The crowd went crazy.
Sure.
And then When the Sun Sleep plays.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
And so any Under Oath fans will know that song. But then I thought about it, I was like 17 years, so that's 2004. I was like, I can remember seeing videos of When the Sun Sleeps, like of them playing it live.
Yeah.
And then I distinctly remember seeing them live playing When the Sun Sleeps.
Yeah, House of Blues.
And I was like, but if they, and I went on YouTube, I Google searched it. There are no When the Sun Sleeps live after 2004.
What the heck?
Oh man, now I have to go do homework.
Dude, and that
my brain's already hurting.
because when he said that, I was like, nah, dude, I've seen you play it live. And
Yeah,
it was after
yeah.
that, and I was like, I've seen you play that live, and I was like, then I Googled it, I was like, or YouTube searched it, no When the Sun Sleeps live after 2004.
Here's a thought, you guys. I don't remember when we seen them, but for you out there listening, this is actually pretty fascinating because I witnessed Chris give his keyboard, which had that programmed line that boom.
Oh yeah,
He gave it away at the show we were at the House of Blues Anaheim when the House of Blues was my fucking voice. When the House of Blues was still in downtown Disney.
Yes.
He handed his fucking keyboard to a kid, much like a guitarist would throw out a guitar pick or a drummer would throw out a drumstick. He fucking handed the whole thing down. This kid grabbed it and hugged it with all his might and they just fucking held on to it, dude.
Maybe that's why they never played it after.
That's what I'm thinking. That's the reason why he said that.
Oh.
I wonder if that's the reason why. Because I remember right away, some kids were like, oh, that program is on here. And then a million other kids were like, let's start a band.
No.
That was
It's funny.
probably around 2004.
Oh, maybe.
But in my head, the reason why I was like
We debunked.
a real life Mandela effect for me was because I think I remember seeing them after like that. It was like 2006 or something like that.
Okay.
And I feel like we've seen them play it live other times. And not only that, but in my head, I was like, I have seen
man.
YouTube videos of When the Sun Sleeps, and it had to be later. And then I searched it, and there were no videos. I was so surprised. Like, it really affected me. Like, did I just get Mandela? Like,
Yep.
You know what? To their defense, I feel like because of Spencer, they always kind of like disowned Changing of Times and
all the earlier stuff,
Yeah, all the
yeah.
older stuff because, Spencer was like, they're only chasing safety and then forward, So I don't know. It always seemed like that sort of that hang up.
like it makes sense. It totally makes sense. It's just in my head, I'm just like,
Yeah, it's so weird.
I can't recall them playing that song. I don't know. It's just me though.
yeah. I was just wondering if it was.
I think other than the show or whatever.
But so that-
I think I remember that him giving the keyboard away. I don't know if I think
It's pretty cool.
I don't remember. But anyways,
But so that got me on the train of newer Mandela effects, because I think we did a list
Okay.
on the last
Yeah.
at one episode we did it, and all these are
Berenstain Bears.
yeah,
embarrassing bears
Jiffy peanut butter,
and Skip.
Yeah, it's just Jif.
yeah. So
Skippy.
see if these are ones for you guys.
Crazy.
So if I were to ask you
Mm-hmm.
where the mummies were buried in ancient Egypt,
Okay.
where they were found, what would you say? What would you say they were found?
At the pyramids.
Right?
Yeah, that's what I would think.
That's
Yeah,
what we all.
I think that's all I remember from history of them digging them up from King Tut's.
Yeah, that's what I remember. Like
yeah.
always the excavating the pyramids because that's where they pull the mummies from.
Yeah.
If you go look it up, no mummies have ever been excavated from what the
What the fuck?
Really?
Like it's always
I
been.
think that was the whole point of the pyramid, right?
That's what I thought. Like the pyramids were like, what do you call it? Like
They're
big tombs. Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
No, mummy, no king had been excavated from any of the pyramids. All of them have been from other areas that are like near the pyramids, but they're at least a mile or so away from the pyramids.
In their own like tomb. Or
Yeah, and they're all
something?
so another one's called like King's Row and other areas. When you see the
Murderer's Row.
Yeah.
but then when I seen that, I was like, that's freaking crazy. So like, what are the pyramids for then? If they're not,
They're for the Mandela Effect.
Generating power. I don't know.
Ah.
There's a lot of weird shit that I've been watching.
I thought that one was
I
interesting.
think, yeah.
But so when I was like, oh, is all the conspiracy theories coming?
Yes,
Like
yep.
that's what the pyramids really were for.
Mm.
And then another one that's found interesting was so if you picture Frankenstein's monster, what are sticking out of his neck?
Bolts.
Bolts, yeah.
Bolts?
If that's not it, then yeah, this is fucking something. Because I swear to God, I remember that. Go ahead.
Not bolts.
What is it?
If you go look at their what do you call them? Electrodes. Like they look like tubes.
Oh,
no,
you know
I remember
what?
bolts.
This is a funny thing.
I
and
think, yeah. Go ahead.
I kind of feel like it's a easy misconception.
Yes.
Especially if you're redrawing off of memory, let's say.
In all the different types of Frankensteins, there was, or monsters. Sorry.
It seems like one of those things where initially it probably was. I'm trying to think of something that exists this way that we can. You draw it so much that it just changes over time. Like, what does that? Fuck, I feel like there's things that we draw
I swear to God
that have an evolution. You know,
which Frankenstein monster?
Any of the ones you go look at, except that from the original. If you go look at recreations, they now have the bolts because I think you're right. Like people have remembered in their mind, oh, it was bolts.
yeah.
So they
Because
draw
I'm
bolts
thinking,
on it.
I'm thinking of the
The original movie?
not the original movie, but the television show.
The Monsters?
The Monsters, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm thinking of that one. He had
Ooh,
bolts,
Maybe.
and that was like what 60s.
Shoot. I don't recall when that.
But that's
came
that goes to the point that everybody thinks it's bolts. Like even
Yeah.
people who recreated like lookalikes, they think
Yeah.
it's bolts.
Yeah.
It's originally electrodes.
Wow, that makes sense though. But again, it also makes sense for the bolts because it seems like
That's
you got the
really-
conductor.
Yeah, like car
You
jumpers.
know? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
this is just like brought him to life. Interesting.
Next one, you guys all remember the Salem witch trials? We
Yeah.
heard about them.
Yeah, who could forget?
If you were to ask you, how did the witches die? How were they executed?
No, by
Burned at the stake?
Yeah.
Burned at the stake?
Yeah.
Burned at the stake?
Hanging
Yeah.
too though?
None of them were actually burned at the stake.
What?
Another answer was drowning. Some people say drowning.
Okay.
I remember drowning because I remember my thought was drowning because I think the old adage I heard was like, oh, if they don't drown, that means that they're a witch.
I think I
Oh,
remember
okay.
hearing that
Yeah.
about the fire. If they don't burn, they're a witch.
I think that was the thing too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But none of them were. They were all hung.
Okay.
What the hell?
Yep.
All right.
No witches were actually burned at the stake in the Salem witch trials.
Mm.
They're all
Okay.
hung.
Might be the crucible or the crucible that might got everyone mixed up because I think they burned them there.
I don't remember in the Crucible. I think I know what
I think
you're
you
talking
might
about.
be right.
Yeah.
Because I do feel there is some sort of
But
story
it's like so much movies that you've seen where it's like always burning a girl at the stake.
yeah.
It kind
yeah.
of just like kind of mixes
And-
those ideas in there.
That's
with
what
your
I was
head.
wondering
Yeah.
with a lot of these. Like, I'm more like, am I really like, how am I remembering? Which makes them like crazy.
yeah.
And then this is the last one, or the one that really got me. You guys remember Scary Movie?
Yep.
Yeah.
You remember?
that?
Yeah. Marlon Wayne's character Shorty, I think is his name. Yeah.
Mhm.
You remember when he's getting high
Uh-huh.
and with his other friends? What is the line that you guys remember coming from that movie?
Was that?
Oh, that one. Do you remember another
Oh.
one?
I don't know.
I remember.
Oh, hold on. Wait. It's about hold on. Wait, I'm in the room with you? No. What are you wearing? Something. No, I give up now.
The line I remember hearing is him like hit like getting high and then like coming up being high and saying like I see white people. I don't know if you guys.
Oh yes, I do remember where he's like cowering. He's like,
Yeah.
I see white people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not the line.
What is it?
The line is I see dead people.
No, that doesn't make it funny.
That's
the
what
funny,
I'm saying.
The funny part was white people.
Here's the thing, and I think to another defense to to the story itself, you're gonna find this all the time in Hollywood where things are rewritten.
Yeah.
And that was a trailer that was created a fucking year before the movie was released. And that white people line that we remember can or might have been something that we've seen. And then they just completely deleted that from records and then just continued on with the clean version, which they probably felt was less racy to say, for a black man to say that.
Yeah.
But that's me coming to its defense.
That was my thought. I was like, oh, maybe, all this. But the people that have gone doing the research of it, like, so the original, if you look at the ad campaign of it, like he's on the cover of the movie and he has a T-shirt that says, or he's holding up a blanket and it says, I see dead people.
Okay.
The part 2 has a girl with a shirt on the movie poster, and it also says, I still see dead people or something like that. And then the thing they were saying was like this movie was released in 2001.
Okay.
Which PC culture wasn't really a thing.
No.
So for them to change it, I think within a year or something then that would have been like really progressive for the time.
Yeah, yeah, and then they wouldn't reprint all those posters.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
And
I mean, the poster thing, it's a different anomaly, but it's not even the PC thing. It's just some people don't like things. Like, for instance, I was watching this Jerry Seinfeld documentary, and it was when he just finished Seinfeld, the series, a show, which was like 99 or 2000. I forgot what year it was.
yeah,
but
it might have been like 2000.
and he picked up his comedy career again. And he was starting from scratch though. And in this documentary, he has another comedian, a young comedian who's starting up, and it shows about his kind of struggles too. And he goes on a late night TV show, and he has a joke about having lupus, and they told him, you can't say that. That's like, you can't say lupus. And he was all, but that's my joke. It literally, it hits.
That's the punchline.
And that's what, how I wrote it. And I've never ever used another word. And so that night, like 10 minutes before he was going to go on, they told him, you have to use eczema. And so when I was all, you ever have eczema, this and that? And he had to rework the joke to make it work, dude. But that's like a small example of just people, doing, a little something because of one person feeling probably like a little, you can't do that. You can't say that. So I don't know. Why haven't they asked Marlon Wayans, dude?
I know.
I think he's the real person that can,
He's the one that wrote it, right?
Yeah. The Wayans is.
Right, yeah, I think you're right. And to your effect, though, or to the point, I think, though, since so many people remember it, that there would be some remnants somewhere of them saying, I see white people somewhere.
You would think, you would think. That really is baffling, because I would think there would be something.
Someone who owns the original DVD or something like that.
Yeah, or let's say it was on like part of like a commercial, or at the end of like an award show, you'll get these weird little trailers that just pop in, to try to push something, and something. It's weird. It's odd.
So anyways, I thought those were interesting.
The Friday one was crazy.
Huh?
The Friday one?
Which one?
The Friday? Was it?
Oh, I haven't seen that one.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, did you hear about that one, though?
Yes, I heard about that one. And I'm like, no, I remember him saying eating all the chicken, or the chicken cutlet, or what is it? Or where that part where they're at the
kitchen?
fridge,
Yeah.
in the kitchen, yeah. And they're talking about like you eat all the cereal, you eating all the chicken shit. Is it cutlets?
The collard greens, the
Collard
hog maws.
I want some of that.
I want some pig feet.
That's what the pig feet part. I think that's it. Where he doesn't say that at all.
No.
Right? You remember that, right?
Yeah.
I remember that too.
What does he say then?
He doesn't even mention it.
Well, we're in a simulation.
Like legit. I totally remember him saying that. I remember his face, everything. He doesn't even say that.
But what the heck?
He goes, I want some pig feet. His fucking head does this
Yes,
when he emphasizes feet.
Yeah.
Like, yo, I swear I have the VHS.
Oh,
I have the
Is
VHS.
this one gonna blow your mind if that's not the case?
It's gonna blow my fucking mind, dude.
Yes.
Because again, I think through the work of movie magic, they could have released a DVD or
Yeah.
anything beyond digital with a new cut.
yeah, because
But my fucking VHS has him saying pig feet,
yeah.
like fucking straight up.
And only
dude.
somebody else with the VHS would have put that online. I would imagine.
I think
would
it is online.
Don't
I gotta
know.
find it. So,
That's so
I
crazy.
saw
So
it.
What do they say he says?
He doesn't say any. He doesn't say that line at all.
That everybody remembers the pig feet, but he didn't actually say that.
So he doesn't say anything to that effect at all.
Yeah,
Like
he
he
just
doesn't go,
says-
"I
yeah.
want some of that." He doesn't say
He does
anything?
the whole thing. He does the whole thing, but the pig feet part is not in there.
Once you Friday tonight,
We have to go check that one out.
That's
Yeah.
what was weird. I was like,
I'm gonna blow off the whole fucking VHS.
yeah.
Damn, I have to put the cleaner tape in there.
Yep,
Yeah.
dude, that's sick.
Check out full episodes of the Strange Noise podcast on Spotify. Episodes also available on your favorite podcast platform.